Ah, yes. Back once again. It is Wednesday and it is noon Eastern time. That means it is time for the High Noon Hemp Show. Maybe your favorite show, maybe not. It doesn't matter. We're here regardless. Of course, the High Noon Hemp Show. Live video and video on demand. Of course, the Hemptations Beach Facebook page, the Jedi Hemp YouTube channel, and on Twitter at Hemptations. If you just want the audio version, you don't want all the cool pictures and the graphics and our faces. If you're on the go or you just don't like the look of things, that's fine as well. You can search the High Noon Hemp Show on Podbean, Google, and iHeartRadio. For the podcast version, I am Joe Clare. You can Google my various shenanigans on the interwebs if you're so inclined. He is Beach, and he is high above the Hemptations in Sharonville Beach. How are things this week in the world of Hemptations?
I'm making a lot of arm motions. I don't know why. It's like I'm bringing in a plane. Welcome, everyone, to the High Noon Hemp Show. This way to the High Noon Hemp. It must be Wednesday. You are watching the High Noon Hemp Show. Things are pretty okay here at high above the Sharonville location, I would say. I finally, and I meant to announce this last week, but I just didn't get a chance to get the graphic made, so to speak. I finally ended my T-shirt a day challenge.
Oh my!
I ended up wearing 192 different hemp shirts for 192 consecutive days. So that's the world record, folks. That is the world record right now, I believe, for different hemp shirts every day. I have, and I believe it's 168 days with the hat record.
Wow.
And so my hat record is 168 days. My shirt record is officially 192 days. I made it to 710, ironically enough. And so I'll never forget when I ended my shirt challenge because it was 710. And so, I thought maybe go to 711 because I wouldn't have forgotten that either. But 710 I think was a Saturday, and I just finally gave up. I still had some, don't get me wrong, I still had shirts in the closet. I probably could have stretched myself through July if I really wanted to, but anyway, there it is, folks. The world record for different hemp shirts every day, 192 days. To preface that, anyway, I categorize a hemp shirt as basically at least 51% hemp. Most of my shirts are a blend of 55%, 45 cotton. And I do have some 100% hemp shirts. I think I literally only have one hemp shirt that I know of that was like 33% cotton or 33% hemp. It was just a weird. It was, I don't know. I don't know if they still do that blend anymore. As far as the specific shirt or maker that I was thinking of, I know it got a hole in it pretty quickly, actually, and that's working out any weave, honestly. And that was obviously a new weave because I had never in the history of dealing with hemp fiber raw seen anybody that had done like a 33% hemp. Again, most places are like 55. As far as shirts go, you see some 100%. Sometimes with some various products it may only be like 5 or 10%. Like I have some swim shorts that are only 5 or 10% hemp, which I've seen, but 33 was kind of weird. 30% I think it was, actually, I don't remember, but and I did not wear that one during the challenge. And so of course it wouldn't have counted anyway.
That's right.
So there you have it. If you want to break the world record for wearing a different hemp shirt every day, 192 days. I started January 1st and I went to 7/10, July 10th, just recently. So fun times in the hemp world. I guess, maybe my next one might be my shoe challenge. I have quite a bit of pairs of hemp shoes, and so maybe hemp shoes will be my next challenge to myself. We'll see. What the next clothing challenge will be. Got to set the records for somebody to beat the records. I am
Right.
going to officially, because I do believe we have the world record for amount of uh, products in the store, different. Largest selection of hemp, I like to call it, but I don't believe there's a store anywhere else, so it's got to be the world record on there. And I also believe that I have the world record for the largest amount of hemp goods, whether it's the clothing or my hemp mug or all that. I mean, and someday, and I did start to compile my list of all the individual items, so to speak, that I have in my hemp collection, and I think it was 3 rows on a full page of paper. So it's quite a stuff. I know that if anything, I may have some challengers on that one. I suppose
Yeah.
again I have to specifically come up with what the record should be
Right.
before I can say I have it, and then that would allow someone to challenge it. Because I do know that there are definitely some people out there that have a lot of hemp stuff because they've been in the hemp business as long as I have. Now, this is the one thing they might not have on me. I have a collector's brain, and so I like to I like to have things, and I like to keep things, and so. When it comes to my hemp collection, I will have to say that I have come across a lot of hemp goods, a lot of hemp stuff, um, and and uh, and I have it. And so anyway, um, that's about all's going on in the local world. Um, Product spotlight, 4 from the store, 1 from my door, as I like to say. So we show 4 products that are in the stores, and then I show you one of my personal collection of hemp products. See how that works in. Um, the first one is a Planet Everywhere baby bib. We've got, although we have stopped production on these, we do still have some of these in the stores. So if you know someone that's having a baby or you're having a baby, this is a nice solution. Again, all natural. Um, it is dyed. We try to use the best dyes that we can. We probably have some just natural colored ones that have not been dyed that are as natural as you can get. No chemicals used to grow it, no chemicals used to make it in any process. And so that again was sewn here at the Planet Everywhere Manufacturing, what I call the No Sweat Shop. We got a little bit of stuff going on, but not as much these days with Planet Everywhere as far as that goes. The next one's the Day Trip. We just got restocked up with the Day Trip sparkling water. I know I've shown these before, but these have been quite popular. The carbonated sparkling water phase is still huge in the world. I called it a couple years ago. Last year, carbonated sparkling water drinks, sparkling water. Um, was very popular. It's still staying very popular. And so the CBD infused sparkling water kind of really fits in with that popularity of sparkling water to begin with. And like I said, 4 flavors: cherry, pineapple, tangerine, lemon, lime. The next product is a good old fashioned Young Maven Hemptations tea. It was just hanging on. Well, hello,
Oh,
Josie. It was just hanging on the.
whoops.
She got really excited about.
There
Well,
we
hey,
go.
teaser alert. Um, this was just hanging on the end of the rack. I have a suspicion that it was hanging on the end of the rack because it's faded on one sleeve. But we have various Hemptations University. This was something I came up with years ago with the Hemptations University, which exists only in websites, so you can't actually go. I think I have it up and running. I don't know, hemptationsuniversity.com. But Hemptations is dedicated to higher learning, and we were established in 1995. And so we have different colors, different sizes, and in different stores. So look for one of those at your closest location. And the last one, which we got a brief little shot of, we just got to order a dime bags in. And so, these are the backpacks if you are possibly going back to school, and I don't think anyone is. But you might, need a backpack to take your books from your bedroom to your couch to do your work, or however you're
Sit
gonna
on sit on the
do
floor next to your
your
computer.
sit on the floor right next to your computer, make you feel like
That's right.
you're doing school. Take a walk with it. With a
Yeah.
couple books in it, just to make it feel like you're walking a class. If you're a college, university student, uh, high school students, like I said, maybe just take it from the bedroom to the kitchen table, or elementary for that matter, because they're not going back to school either. I don't think. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see, but
Yeah.
either way. Brand new. This again is at the Sharonville location, but these should be making their way out to all the locations as far as that goes with the dime bags. And the last one, and I'm not sure if I've shown this before. This was kind of one of the pictures I was excited about last week, but this is a piece of art. Now imagine, I believe that this piece of art is probably 6 to 8 feet by 4 to 6 feet. I mean, it's huge. If you've ever been in the O'Brienville store, as soon as you walk in and you look to the right, this piece of art is there. This was made by my favorite employee slash artist, Aaron Dobson. Aaron is responsible for different Hemptations graphics. He worked for me on Sundays. That was it, just Sundays for years. There's a couple pieces of his art down there. Some art of his. I'm trying to look on the wall because I feel like I thought I had one of his logos that he had. Oh, it is. It's right here. I don't think you can see it though. But this was just something that he was like sitting in the store and doodled up for me one day. Just so you can see that. But anyway, if you look closely at this, and I guess it would be considered a sculpture, you can see that the plants in the artwork are actually hemp string. So that's hemp string going up. That represents the hemp plants in the field, and then the big seed that's right coming down by the oil there. Those are seeds. And so that seed, so to speak, is actually hemp seed adhered. And then to the right of the photo where you can see those lines kind of going that way, that is also hemp twine that was part of it. And so,
Wow.
again, this is a part of my personal hemp art collection, but it hangs in, I have loaned it to the Hemptations in O'Brienville. I shouldn't say I've learned it. It's always been there, but I used to live there too. I'll just worry about that picture later. So anyway, one from my door, a piece of hemp art made from one of my ex-employees slash one of my favorite artists. He was just so Aaron's just unbelievably talented. Him and his brother both. And so there you have it. 4 from the store, 1 from my door in the product spotlight. Now, for what I know, Joe just loves to. I'm almost surprised he doesn't have like a pre-recorded intro
Yeah, we
for the
really
next segment.
we have a lack of intros. We don't have a theme song either. If there are any bands out there that
Yeah,
want to
right.
have a
I
theme
keep forgetting
song,
about that.
just send one in. It doesn't have to be a song about how great we are or how awesome the show is. It would help, but it's not a prerequisite. It's
I
just
think as
something,
long as it just said, as long as you just mentioned the High Noon Hemp Show,
That's right.
maybe even mention me. You don't even have to put my name in it, but maybe just mention the High Noon Hemp Show, and then give us the rights
Yeah.
to use it, of course.
Yes, of course. And then if you're at it, if you can make an intro for this segment, that would be great as well. If you guys could just get on all that and just make all that and send it in, that'd be fantastic. So really, so far, not seeing a lot of effort from you people. Come on, let's step it up a little bit.
We need free stuff here. Come
That's
on,
right. We need
we're
intros,
very
we
low
need
budget.
theme music, we need all
Very
kinds of
low
stuff. Come on.
budget.
We're struggling until that Spotify money comes in. One day,
Oh shoot,
fingers crossed.
it's true.
Anyway,
It's
it
true.
is time for the best segment ever. It's the best segment in the fashion world, the video podcasting world, the podcasting world itself. Even if you're listening to this on audio and you can't see, it's still the best segment, and it ties in well with the records and the streaks and all that, and teaches you about hemp clothing. All of that at the same time. It's really incredible. We ask the most important question of the day and get the most important answer that you will hear today. What Are you wearing Beach?
That's right. If you woke up and you are wondering, what are you wearing, Beach? I feel like we need to get that 200,000 subscribers on YouTube too, because that
Yes,
pays money, I think. So
absolutely. Oh
anyway,
yeah.
um,
You all get on that
uh,
as well.
fe- that's right. That's right. Get on that. All kinds of things for everybody to do out there.
Homework.
Um, start with a classic. Uh, what I call it's a head case hat, but it says got the bald guy, and all it says is Bud. It just says Bud. But that's an old head case hat. My Capital Hemp tee, Capital Hemp. If you don't know, if you're in the Washington D.C. area, check out Capital Hemp. It's a great little hemp shop. Um, I think they've got a couple locations in the Washington D.C. area. My Hempies surf shorts and you see like the outline of my Green Springs technology pen in my pocket. You can't really see it totally, but you can actually see its outline in there, which of course goes with me everywhere. Head case boxers. Head case pimp today. Hemp Traders no show socks, which I love. And probably one of my favorite pairs of Adidas, just because they're so different than anything that they'd ever made with hemp. And of course, they're green and black. And so there you have it. If you're wondering, what are you wearing, Beach? That t shirt is, of course, part of the 192 different t shirts that I wore. For the contest, of course, as well. So there you have it. What are you wearing, Beach? Now you know.
Right.
Not much going on in the news world and events, of course. This time of year, no, I shouldn't say this time of year because of COVID. There's a little bit going on in the world. A couple products that I wanted to mention: 9Fiber. Just the number 9Fiber. I'm not sure what their website is. Is making a hemp mask, and Hemp Zoo. If you've ever checked out Hemp Zoo, check out their website. They also, I believe, have a hemp mask available. I should double check that, but I know they were making them, and I'm thinking about ordering them one way or other. So hopefully, maybe we'll either get in the 9Fibers or we'll get in the Hemp Zoo hemp masks, because masks are the future, folks. I don't see an end to the responsible thing to do by wearing a mask in public, whether it's the law or someone's telling you. I think it's the responsible thing to do. And get the instructions on the proper care for your mask. You got to wash it. You can't just wear it every day and not wash it. You got to pay attention to how you touch it, for that matter, honestly, because at some point or another, you're touching the outside. Now, obviously, if everybody wears a mask, it just cuts down the amount of transferring. We still got to wash our hands too. We still got to be responsible and not go out, if you ask me. But there's a lot of people in this world that feel like they still have to get out. And of course, people have to get out. You still have to go to the store. You still have to do things. There's really not much going on. Going to the bar to me seems quite ridiculous. But if I was 30 and single like I was when I was 30, I might be saying, I don't care what they say either. I'm going to go out and do.
Drink at home like a
Which,
normal person.
yeah, that's right. It's tough for some people, obviously, because they're not as much at risk and whatnot. And I do believe that this is nature, and I don't truly believe that the government has the right to regulate anything that has to do with nature, although they. But I will have to say that wearing a mask is just the responsible thing to do if you do need to go out, or you feel the need to go and be social. And I do believe you have the right to do that as well. Just let me know, and so don't come around me, because I don't want to get it. And I'm not going out, and I am wearing a mask when I go out when we work, of course, in the city of Cincinnati. Or Hamilton County, I believe. Hamilton County is a public mask. You have to. You can get fined $25 in Hamilton County. And actually, I think Dayton qualifies because I think their county. So I think all the stores are in locations where it's mandatory to wear a mask in a public spot. And that's because things kind of flared up again. And of course, it's true, the more tests that we do, the more we're going to see it. That doesn't make it worse. Just to clarify, just because we know there's more people that got it doesn't make it worse. It's the percentage of people that it's killing that obviously we should all be concerned with, if anything. And it's just being responsible. But if you're looking for a hemp mask, 9 Fiber and Hemp Zoo, I believe, both have those available. I'll try to put their websites up on the second page of Hemptations.com. So if you go to our website, Hemptations.com, the first page is events and whatnot that's associated with us. There's a link there to actually go shop online as well. But the second page, I've actually started adding websites of hemp retail shops, whether they sell clothing or dog food or whatever. And so that's a resource that you can, from wherever on the planet, that you can obviously go and check out. And again, I'm not getting paid. I'm not asking for any money from these companies. I just want everyone to buy hemp. It's been my goal from day one, September 1st, 1995, when we opened the doors. And it is still my goal, wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, whether you buy it from Hemptations or not, buy hemp goods. Replace, if you need something, find out if you can replace it with hemp. Because most more than likely you might be able to, and it's much better. It's just it's for the planet. It's for the kids.
Right. Tim Johnson in the Facebook chat said he ordered some hemp masks today. So
Sweet.
there you go.
Awesome. Nice. There you have it. Live in the hemp world. It exists. Again, one way or another, if you do just a little bit of search for stuff, you can probably find it in hemp if it exists. Excuse me. And also HempX is another new, I wanted to mention them, and I'll get their website up on our website. That HempX is a new clothing company. And so I've been checking out their stuff, and it looks pretty nice, actually. It's a little pricey, which we're used to. If you've ever shopped for hemp clothing, it can be a little pricey. The thing to consider, and this is the same thing I said when we opened 25 years ago that I say now, it lasts longer. It's stronger. It's worth it to pay a little bit more. It's like it's paying more for organic food. It's the same thing. You get a better food for the body, a healthier, in my opinion, without chemicals food. Just like with hemp clothing, you pay a little bit more, but you're helping the earth because you're not buying terrible, terrible cotton. I'm going to take a drink real quick. I got a tickle in my throat.
There you go.
Excuse me.
Obviously, thanks to everybody watching on Facebook and on YouTube, and of course on
Full show.
Twitter, and everybody who shares and whatnot. John checking in as well says, "Thank you, Beach, for being such a hempy guy."
Yes, it was John's picture, just so everybody knows that. And I had a picture of actually, John, you were, and I'll try to show it next week. You were going to be on the show because John had the 9 Fiber mask on, so that's where I found it and actually saw this.
Wow.
John is the hempiest guy. If I'm a hempy guy, that guy's hempiest. And so he is forever supplying my Facebook page with hemp stuff, and so
he has the mask.
Thank
on.
you,
John.
John.
Has the mask on his profile on Facebook as well.
I bet it is. I bet that's probably the picture that he had. Yeah, and I would for sure. This is kind of cool. A study in Belgium showed that cannabinoid-infused mouthwash was just as effective at killing certain plaque related to oral bacteria as an active ingredient in many prescription mouthwashes. So the study showed, and it was CBD and CBG that they were studying. CBG, if you don't know, is cannabigerol, Gerol. which again, with we're seeing all these cannabinoids and finding out what each isolated one can do. And there's a lot of them besides CBD, CBG, CBN is another one. And so anyway, found out CBD and CBG may just be just as effective as the active ingredient in a prescription mouthwash, not even your over-the-counter mouthwash, which leads me to believe that I'm going to start making my own mouthwash with CBD. And so thank you, Belgium, for that study. Yet another, again, this is now a proven fact in my opinion. Whether the FDA says it's legitimate or not, I don't really care. But this is just more proven fact. The cannabinoids themselves are great for our body, one way or another, whether it's inside or outside, exterior or interior. We just saw where they were adding, and now it makes sense to me. They added CBD. Oh, no, actually, they just added hemp oil. Colgate just added hemp oil. So now we're going to have to see a CBD toothpaste. So if you can add hemp oil to toothpaste, which Colgate did, I showed that that was probably care of John as well. I'm pretty sure he posted that picture of the Colgate hemp oil toothpaste. We should make a graphic that just says he's a source of the show, because he is a great source of the show. Thank you, John, again. But anyway, that just proves that actually putting CBD in toothpaste might make sense, because obviously it works with killing plaque for certain oral bacteria. So there you have it. I would have said a month ago, and I might have even said a month ago when I was talking about the hemp oil toothpaste, that it would be silly to put CBD in the toothpaste. And now I got to retract that statement, because here's a study that says we should, in fact, be using CBD in our toothpaste and or mouthwash. And so there you have it, folks. You should. Another article. This was kind of fun. 10 best proteins for workouts. So if you work out, and obviously you need protein, muscle mass needs protein to be successful, to be honest with you. And people that work out are continuously looking for supplements that can boost protein, or I say they're not supplements, sources of protein that can help. Well, guess what's number 2? Right behind chicken, I think. And actually, it really is tied with number 1, because number 1, I believe, was chicken. Because hemp has 32 grams of protein in a 100-gram serving. So in 3.5 ounces, how does that make any sense? Oh, okay. So in 3.5 ounces of hemp seed, you would get 32 grams of protein, which is the same protein that you would get from 3.5 grams of chicken. So once again, vegetarian, vegans, you're looking for protein, plant-based, there it is. Humans, not the vegans and vegetarians aren't humans. I should say omnivores, orcores. If you're looking to not eat any meat, or get your protein from a non-meat source, hemp seeds, once again, number 1. And from a non-hemp source, because again, chicken was number 1. But a non-hemp source, or a non-meat source of protein, man, I'll get it right one of these times. For a non-meat source of protein, you cannot go wrong with hemp. More, once again, proof's in the pudding. There it is. All right, we'll get through a couple events here. Next week, pretty soon, 10 days, July 31st through August 2nd, you have the Pennsylvania Hemp Festival. That's in Honesdale, Wayne County, Pennsylvania. Yeah, and start working on this one now because it's in Vienna, Austria. But the Hemp Expo, September 24th through the 26th in Vienna, Austria. October 6th through the 7th. A little bit of time away, so hopefully, and again, all of these events that might actually be something that you can participate in may be canceled in the future. I don't know if they're going to shut down Las Vegas again. But the Rad Expo, which is going on October 6th through 7th, which is where the future of cannabis retail begins, is what they're calling the Rad Expo, or describing the Rad Expo as in Las Vegas. And so, and again, that's everything. They're saying hemp, CBD, all forms of cannabis probably, because it is legal in Vegas. And so that could be THC related cannabis retail stuff there as well. So that might be interesting if you think about, or you are in, you're just starting out a retail business or whatnot, to get some education there. I've been in it for 25 years, but they did not ask me to come and speak or to be a part of any panels. I don't, I have no control over that. Experience is wisdom, and I'm wise enough to know no one invites me to do anything. October 10th, Kentucky Hemp and CBD Trade Show in Frankfort, Kentucky. So if you're in the area and you want to get out there and see what's going on in the hemp and CBD stuff in Kentucky, that's October 10th. It's going to be interesting to see again, how much is really getting grown, what's going on. There's, just because everybody's doing it now, no one's talking about it, which is what I love. Hemp farming has become legal in the United States, and we've been doing it so long that no one's really making a big deal or talking about it anymore, which is great, which means obviously there's no problems, there's no dilemmas. The United States didn't get sucked down into a vastness of hell or something because we're finally growing industrial hemp again. The fact that we are hearing less and less about the farming of hemp means that it's again becoming semi-normal. Obviously, and I've stated this and will continue to state this, our job is not done until there's really no THC limit on industrial hemp, or they at least raise it to 1%, maybe even 2% allowable THC. And again, I want to mention, which I think is great, and it's I don't know what the legality is here, but I do believe that the 9-fiber masks, if I'm not wrong, are actually made out of THC plant fiber. And again, there's no THC. There should not be any THC in the fiber, the actual fiber of the plant. Just like there's no THC in the seed. So, and I was just talking about this with someone. If you took the seeds of I don't care what it was, 25% THC plant, and you clean them, it might be on the outside, but it's not on the inside. So you clean them, and you make a food product out of that, there's not going to be any THC in that food product. Obviously, there's not a surplus of THC seeds because people don't want them. My point is this, and it's the very point of the company that's making these fiber products. And I've said this, you can make a pair of jeans out of the fiber of a high THC plant. No one would know. And there's no THC in those jeans still. So you still can't smoke my jeans. And I've had people ask me that when we first opened. So I can smoke your jeans? No, you cannot. Well, you can, but you don't get high. And so even once again, what they would call waste of a THC plant is not waste at all, because it could still be made into an industrial hemp product, even though there's a weird, probably legal line there. That the government the DEA might be able to come and confiscate your hemp jeans because they were made out of a THC plant, or what they call marijuana, but it's called cannabis. And so, it's that's what those type of products are. I mean, I love to see that because again, I could put that product on the shelf, and no one would care or know what kind of cannabis it came from, whether it was legal industrial hemp or legal what they call marijuana cannabis in a legal state that was growing it for legal purposes for the flower or whatnot. But then again, you have all this, you still have that stalk waste. And those stalks can be thick. Again, I don't know if that adds to how much fiber as much as it probably adds to the thickness of what they call the shiv or the bast, which is the outside bark that they break up. And that's what's added to hempcrete. That's what my desk is made out of. That type of material. If that's really just like super thick, or what, but it's all usable material still for something industrial hemp. So that's great to know about. That's about it for this year as far as events go. Not will be next week. If you haven't joined, or I'm sorry, subscribed to the Jedi Hemp channel on YouTube, do that. The contest is officially over, and so we will be announcing the winner on 2 episodes from now. Not next week's episode, but the next week we'll announce the winner of the contest for subscribing to the YouTube channel. If you go today, if you haven't done it, you go today and you subscribe to the Jedi Hemp channel on YouTube and you like and comment on a season 8 episode, you will be eligible for the contest, which is winning $420 worth of hemp goods. Today is the last day. All right. Thanks, everybody. Again, go to hemptations.com. Check that out. Planeteverywhere.com is our retail site. Again, there's a link at hemptations.com. Keep doing what you're doing in the world. Stay safe. And remember, reduce, reuse, recycle. Make everything else out of hemp. Happy Hemptations.
See you all next week.